Don't skip this video. I want to talk about something that is most important for anyone who has the position of speaking into the lives of kids. Doesn't matter if you're a youth pastor, children's pastor, a coach, maybe senior pastor, or parent. These truths that we're going to talk about this week are so important for you to know to build into the lives of your kids. Right now, it seems like everyone is demanding that their stated values become your lifestyle values. That what they think you should think is important needs to guide your entire life. And any other opinion other than their stated opinion, maybe not the one they live by, but their stated opinion, has to be followed unconditionally without question. I don't want to raise my kids to be like that, to blindly follow the demands of someone else without checking in with God, without checking in with common sense, with their own ability to think and figure things out. It's not healthy. It's not wise. And so today and then the rest of the week, we're going to be talking about how to build into your kids what is most important. You know, let's start with a verse. Ready? Let's do it. I have it pulled up on my other screen. 1 Timothy 4:8. For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come. What is this talking about? Well, I don't know about you. There's intense pressure to focus on our bodies with physical training. For guys, we need to be more ripped or whatever it is. We need to be in great physical health. And there's even a high value put on sports. I probably will get in trouble for saying this, but there's so many times I've driven past these sports complexes on the way to church, and I'm like, oh, look, hey, those people are all at baseball church or soccer church or football church. Oh, check them out. They're worshiping. Yeah, no, we don't want to go there. But the truth is that there is some value to physical training. This verse even says it. 1 Timothy 4:8. There is value for teaching your kids to push through when it's tough. Physical training. I remember when I was in basketball, I played intramural basketball, and then I tried out for the team and got to sit on the bench and exercise and practice a lot. That was my level of skills. There was a lot of physical training, a lot, and times when it wasn't fun, but it was important. My parents said it was important. My coach said it was important. The team members said it. Their teammates said it was important. People at school said it was important to push through and have this high value for this sports practice. And so that's what I did. I pushed through and I practiced, and I got faster and better at shooting and a lot better at defense. Not really shooting. I never did get good at that. And I got all these developed skills because I did physical training. But nowadays, if you say that you're going to sign your preschooler up for a non-competitive sport, it demands so much of your time. We did this with our kids. We signed them up for they had competitive soccer and not competitive soccer. And so we said, you know what? Because of the time demands of competitive soccer, we just can't do that. So we're going to do non-competitive soccer so our kids can still have that physical training. So we signed them up. It demanded so much of our free time. It was ridiculous. 3 times a week we were there. I know for some of you, you're like, what, soccer is what we do. This is way of life. You just haven't stepped into the soccer dad or soccer mom realities. And the truth is, I don't want to. Like I said, there is some value in it, but I don't want to give my life to anything except what God says is most important. And so let's finish this verse. but godliness has value for all things. Yes, your kids will learn the importance of working hard with physical training. They're going to learn how to work together as a team. They're going to learn some key things that can really help them later in life. But what does this verse say? If we focus on training godliness, all those trainings will help in all areas of their life. The things that really matter, marriage and finances and character, integrity, the things that really make a difference no matter what environment or where God has you, these things remain true for every person. And so we're going to dive into how to train your kids in what is most important. And the first thing I want to talk about is it's training. Just like that verse, physical training has some value, but godliness has value for all things. I like what another version says. That's NIV. I love my New American Standard, 1995 version. And there it talks about discipline, not training, but discipline. And there is nothing wrong with having a godly discipline time in the lives of your kids. Just like my kids whine sometimes when they didn't want to go to soccer, and we're like, buck up, little camper, we're getting this done. We're going to push through. We're going to make this happen. Just like everyone else was speaking into me when I was going to basketball practice. As leaders, as pastors, as parents, as coaches, we need to do the exact same thing when it comes to godly training in the lives of kids. Now you might be saying, godly training, you mean like bring them to church? Yes and no, because real spirituality cannot be accomplished in an hour a week. And really the stats are, it's like 18 hours a year max is the new stats. Is if you bring them to church, that's what they're going to get. Now, churches have a lot of other things to offer. A lot of times they have small groups for your kids to go be a part of, or what we call the CIA program, a student leadership development program. There, they were learning the lessons and the things that we would teach on Sundays ahead of time, going deeper in those, and then help present that to the kids. It was amazing, and we really saw a lot of spiritual growth in the kids. So don't just get satisfied with church, but help your kids push through, even in those uncomfortable moments, to spiritual training. Boot camp, if you may think about it like that, or summer camp. Remember, we were going to a sports summer camp. Whoo, those were not all chilling and relaxing, but it was good. It was so good. And the things that were developed in those are good. And so see how easy it is in the natural, like, oh yeah, I understand that. Let's put that same value or way higher value on things that equip our kids for godliness, even if it's not fun. So I want to talk about churches have things. We have things also, Root Bible Academy for families. If you want to help equip your family to grow spiritually between Sundays, enroll in Root Bible Academy. You can name your own price. So you can't even say finances are an issue. It really comes down to value. Are you going to help your kids grow spiritually, to go through some training that sometimes isn't always fun? Now, I'm not saying our classes aren't fun. They're loads of fun, and there's some amazing relationships they're going to develop with kids all over the world who have the same value and heart for Christ that you want to see in your kids. And so we have a lot of fun, and we laugh, and we grow together. But there are points where the lesson feels like it's getting too long. I don't want to sit here any longer. And those are the times where we're going to encourage your kids to push through, because it's not about fun. Jesus doesn't say entertain our way into the kingdom. It would be nice if it did. No, it talks about spiritual disciplines, about putting on God's armor. That sounds like war. That sounds like work. That doesn't sound like fun. Might not always be, but it always is profitable. Anything we do to build up ourselves in who God is in us, in the things that He say matter the most, that always has huge dividends. It's an investment that you will not regret. So check out if your church has some extra things that you can sign your kids up for. Contemplate Root Bible Academy, or there may be other avenues as well. Check those out, because I want to encourage you, dive into training your kids on what is most important. Now you might be saying, wait, you didn't even talk about what is most important yet. You're right, I haven't. I'm going to talk about those in the next few days this week. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Until then, check out Root Bible Academy, pray up, and ask the Holy Spirit to show you ways to invest in your kids for spiritual training that is profitable for all things. All right, this is Josh with Root, and I'll see you all later. Bye.